Okay, here we go. Hopefully, we are good to go. I spent a lot of time today getting everything to work in the new Unreal 5.6 engine. So, yay! And we're good to go. So we are working in 5.6 now, which is good. What's going on, Ed? And so today we're going to be working on getting the... We're going to be working on... Why is that? Oh, because I never finished the game. Hey, hello. How's it going? I never did the main menu stuff, I guess. So let's go to the main menu. Hit play. I don't like how, like, post up the shoulders are. I have to fix that. We'll deal with that later, though. Anyways, so none of these really work. I mean, some of them do, but mostly none of them work. So that stuff doesn't work. Eyes does matter, though. I need to make sure the eyes don't cast a shadow, so I need to turn that on. Fair. Yeah, I heard you, and I responded. Oh, only the one beard is working. Okay, now if I do emissive color, do white. There we go. Let's see what the load time is in the engine. It's not too bad. Yeah, so...
Hey, get over here.
Oh, man, he is loud. Nice. Nice. Boom. So... Overall, with the new engine, they did 5.6. They updated a lot of the quality, I want to say. So the rendering and the shading path is a lot better. We have some really good options. Today, we're going to be working on the walk-run cycle. As you can see, everything's all kind of jacked up, and that's because it's using the old... well, it's using retargeted animations for a skeleton that I didn't do. So we need to fix that and basically set that up to be proper. Once we do that, then all of this will look good. I'm curious to wonder if it's laggy on the video. I don't think so. I'll have to watch it later. It doesn't look like it. I'm getting 72 frames per second, so technically this should be 72 frames per second as well, but you never really know. Okay, now I'm in swim mode. Because it's deep enough to where I'm swimming. Okay, touched the water, so now I'm not swimming anymore. No real lag. That's good, Stormy. How are you? So basically, we have everything kind of going the way that it needs to. We just got to get the animations in there. Oh, I didn't mean to cancel it, but whatever. The next stretching when he runs is a bit... Well, that's because it's using retargeted animations. That will not be a thing. That's what we're working on fixing today. No worries. Let's go on, Nash. Everything is good on my end. Just working on animations today. So, we're going to be getting those fixed. That way we have some nice animations. Making everything clean. Ugh. Okay, so I don't understand why now today it's all jacked up. Like it wasn't. Are you animating an engine or are you using Maya? I'm going to be using Maya. That's a good question, though. I haven't decided to start doing the in-engine stuff with the... Can I move it? There we go. With the new animation stuff in 5.6, it might be beneficial to actually try it out. I haven't decided yet. Those shorts would go well at Mardi Gras. Wait, what shorts? Oh, these. Yeah, yeah. I thought you were talking about mine. I was like, wait, what? But these would be, yeah, these would be good Mardi Gras shorts. No, I was just fixing the vertical because the vertical that wasn't centered out. It was hurting my OCD. Anyways, we will be animating in Maya. I need to fix the animations. We need a different animation per type, and I've set all that up. I've been very busy in the background, even though I haven't been streaming. That's good. So yesterday's stream, we basically set up the walk. And then today's stream, we're going to set up the run. Now, there's some issues with that I need to figure out with the character and Mester, because he's not, when I modified things out, he still wasn't moving. But again, I don't really know. So we'll deal with those when we get there. And then there's a whole bunch of cleanup crap that we're going to have to do, because now we're using the new skeleton. The new skeleton matches that. This is what has taken us so long. The new skeleton matches. Wait, why is particles colored that color? No, particles should be like a red. Whatever. I'm gonna clear the color for now. The new skeleton actually matches the Unreal skeleton. It's not 100% one for one. But the bone names are very close, and it does work for retargeting. It works for control rig. It works for modular controls and everything else. So that's why we did it. And then it's also facing the proper direction. So that way I could animate this inside of Engine and have no issues. So that is the reason why. But to do that, I have to redo basically all the animations. And that's okay. And so today's stream, we're going to focus on getting the run cycle done, because what I want to do is I want to have the walk run cycle done for the forward movement. We need strafing still. That's a thing. Yeah, see you later, Stormy. We need strafing still. That's a thing. But we're not there yet. So that way, when we have the new AI set up and everything else, as they go to attack, they'll actually have proper strafing and animations and all that other stuff, especially for like blocking and stuff. Like we have real big issues there. And I need to have a good dodge roll. There's a lot of new stuff that we're gonna have to do. I kind of want to set up the motion animation stuff. So this is a good example of strafing. If I right click, he's blocking only in the forward direction, but he's not really doing a strafing movement. And you can't see the blocking because I don't have the blocking animation. But the point is that's kind of what he's doing. So there's a lot of animations that we're going to have to do. And the next couple of streams are all going to be based on animations and getting the animations all done. So that way we can get ourselves back to where we were. And then Mester can start working on getting all of the AI and everything else attacking and using the new combat stuff. There's a couple of different things that we have to kind of set up. While I'm remembering, I'm going to go ahead and make the eyes not have shadows. So it should be blueprint, character, it's character base. Eyes, there we go. And then shadow. Cast shadows turned off. Why are they casting shadows? I'm confused. Or are they casting shadows? That's the next question. Maybe they're not. Maybe it was just the main menu character one that does. Is there a main menu character? No. Nope, there's not. Okay, then I don't know what that is. That's interesting. I'm just checking something real quick. So why did it look like, was that just in the main menu then, I guess? Or am I like losing it? I think it was in the main menu only then. No, his eyes are casting shadows. Yeah, they're casting shadows. I'm looking at it. So maybe it has to be done somewhere other than the character, right? Because this says resolve CMS shadows. So if disabled, the component will not receive CMS shadows. Components that do not receive CMS may have reduced shading costs. So let's get rid of that, because there should be no shadows at all. What? Am I missing something? Let's just do it here, right? So I can't do it there. What? That's a skeleton. What? What? That's the Lod. That's the reductions. That's the build settings. That is doing absolutely nothing. Maybe it's in the material? I'm going to turn off ray tracing. Maybe that'll fix it. Nope, they still exist. It's so weird. I'm going to have to figure that one out. Because those are definitely not supposed to cast shadows. Something for later. I don't have time for it right now. That's not the whole purpose of this stream is to focus on getting this done. That's the purpose of the stream. Not to worry about shadows. But I was thinking about it because it was there. I got a dog behind me. Right. Okay. Just making sure I don't scoot on top of the dog. I think we have everything good. What's this at? Is this at 0? That's at 0. Okay. I kind of want to make this more pronounced. You know? So let's do 9, -6, 35. Nine -6, 35. Okay, so let's see how this looks. Yeah, that's more. Now, here's the other thing is he would technically put his foot. What if I had something like this? So we're at 1, 19, -20, right? And then that goes down. That rotation needs to be 0. And the Z, I don't care about the Z. That needs to be 0. So step. What if that's at 0? What does that do? Okay. Nice. That's a nice smooth walk. Now that should be maybe a little bit less than 20, maybe -10. So that's at -10, maybe. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, so now we got to do the same thing to the other foot. That's the less than fun part. So -10. I think this is what, -10, 119. So we'll need -10, 119. Now the other part is this is at rotation of 0, and then this is at 0, and this is at 0. Nice. There we go. Much better. Okay, so then let's grab all of these. Go to our graph editor. And then auto ease some of those bad boys. Okay, now the next step is to grab this, go back to the graph editor, and let's see if there's any variables that we can get rid of that don't need to be there. I doubt it. Actually, this is one of them that we could probably get rid of, maybe. Interesting. Okay, so we did get rid of one. I technically need that. That I can get rid of. Don't need that. And don't need that. All right, cool. So we didn't really change anything super crazy. Basically, it all stayed smooth. Let's take a look at these real quick. Could get rid of this, maybe. Okay, I'm happy with that. So this is the new walk, which is good. We need to focus on possibly doing a new jog. Let's do the walk for... Well, we finished out walk, actually. It's nice and good. Let's make sure the face is forward. I didn't check that. Yeah, okay, it's mostly forward. That's fine. Yeah, it's mostly forward. Okay, good. So basically all we need to do from here is... Let me grab these real quick. Layer, create a layer from that. This is going to be called layer footing. I can hide on playback. That's kind of cool. Nice. Nice. Okay, so we have a good idea of where our footing is going to be. We're going to need to use this again for when we do the next one, which is the run. We're going to do this. So this is 170 to what? 194. And this is going to be called walk. It's unarmed walk. We'll go to bookmark manager. So we have idle. Oh shit, I forgot. Never mind. We said we were just gonna call it whatever because we have the layers. So I don't need unarmed or whatever else because we have the layers. Cool. Okay, so we need another 24 frames, but we need to move forward 10 frames because we're separating all of our frames out by 10. So if I was to do that, let's go out another 500. I'm here. So we'll go out 10, which puts us at 204. Okay. And so this is going to start with a run stance. So we need to make sure the animation looks like he's running. We could set it up for jog, I guess, maybe. I don't really care. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't know. Let's just do jog first. And we'll go from there. Let's go to 10 because I want to grab the one before this. Okay. No, I want this one. Copy, so that way I can have a fresh new thing by myself. Paste. Cool. Let's see. So then 224 plus 24 is 228. And 12 is 116. So that's basically the setup of the next animation. We'll go to bookmark manager. We'll create a new bookmark and we'll call this run. And that'll be 204 to 228. Good. Okay. And then we basically do 224. No, 204 to 228. Cool. So we're now working in the non-run. Okay, cool. And because I need to remember, and I don't want to have to play with some things over there, I still need to figure out why it's... There's like nothing shadow. Cast shadows, gravity. I don't know what that is. Like, it's very interesting. I don't know. I don't know what that answer is. Okay, I'm gonna take the headset off for a second. It's bugging me. I don't really need it. Okay. Let's get going. So, we are looking here. Oh, wait, I gotta put that over there. We were looking at this. Clear body. Nope, I don't need that. It has run. So we have run retarget. Okay, so his fully extended looks like this. Now I'm not a fan of this at all. But that's the fully extended. Now the one that we have is we have this unarmed walk. That one's broken. I'm not gonna worry about that one. So we are using the right leg forward first. We need to do the same thing for the other run animation. And so his highest version of this run is here. So about 10 frames out. Now we're gonna do 24 frames per second. We only need to do the first 24. That's all we need. And I think we're gonna say the max speed is 800. I think. I can't remember. I think we said it was gonna be 800. So I basically need to plan for 800 distance. So if we come back to Maya, this is my run, right? Yeah, okay. So basically at this end, he needs to be 800 in this direction, which is crazy. I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe we do 700. I don't know. We'll see. That's crazy. Okay. Well, either or. We need to figure it out. So, first things first, we're saying that this right here is basically this right here. Now, I think this is a little goofy of a stance. So I don't think we're going to stick with that specific setup, just because I think that that's like a little goofy. But we are going to do something similar to it in the sense that we're going to try to match the legs and structure a little bit. And his hips are down. So let's just go ahead and line up what we believe to be already. Well, I'm not going to do hands yet. Let's do hips first. So hips first is the most important because that tells me where I'm going, right? And so we need to go down. And I think it's forward, to be honest. And this is going to be all the way forward. Well, actually, I lied. Let's put it at 0, 0, 0, and then let's move it forward. And tip it, right? Because he's trying to reach in this scenario. And then this needs to be back. And up. as back far as we possibly can. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now I think that that needs to be brought in. Maybe -10. And then that means this needs to be brought over 10. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we have something that resembles the running. And I think we can move this as far forward as we possibly can. I need to move this out. And over. This needs to be over. Doesn't need to go out, but it does need to go over. So this is like he's running. Okay. And in a run, I would be leaned forward. Not much, but just a little bit. So let's move this forward a little bit. A lot of it. More. And then move the hips forward. Okay. Good. What the F? Hopefully that's not jacked up. It looks like it is. So in this case, he's going to be looking out. Okay. Because that's what matters. And then this arm is going to be back and up. And this arm is forward and out. Where's the elbow at? Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is flat. We want the view to be forward. Or as forward as we can get. Maybe a little bit further down. All right, we got to do all of the same things, but we don't want... We need the hips to go the same. I think we just need to switch the feed out. There was a way, I don't know if I installed that tool or not. There was a way to quickly inverse my animations for the other bone or control. That would have been nice, I guess. Okay, so let's just get it nice and close, I guess. So here we are. Let me just grab all of them. I'm just gonna do it as close as I possibly can. Okay. Cool. So then I just need to basically simulate, right? So wham. Yeah, nope, down here. Rotate. That way I can get it as close as I possibly can. Yep. And then we can just take these values from here. So -10. Let's do this to 4. Why didn't that go to 4? 47, I think. 22. So -10. This is 4. 47. -22. So those are exactly lined up. The only difference is the knees are not lined up. So this is 3 and 14. This needs to be 3 and 14. Now those are lined up, which is great. That's 10, 15. Okay, so then we come here. If I just pull this back, pull this up, and rotate this down. Right? Okay, cool. So then we go back here. So that's 10. What? Okay, there we go. Okay, so if I come back here, this is what I'm looking for. -10, 15, 35, 74. -10, 15, -35, 74. Those are basically 1-for-1s. So now our legs are basically doing what we needed to do. Now we have to create the in-betweenies, but for all intents and arguments' sake, our legs are doing exactly what they should be doing. All right. Let's add a new thing in here. I need a new plane. Let's just make it 500. Or actually, we should make it a lot more than that. Let's make it 2,000. And then... what is this? What window is that? There's a window that's covering up my crap. Alright, well, whatever. Anyways, come here. We want this 1 by 1. Here. I don't know what window that is. Is that? Nope. That? Nope. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that. That's kind of weird. Oh, it's from there. Oh, it's from... Oh, man, that's kind of... That's annoying. Okay, good to know, I guess. That's really annoying. So we're going to grab this. We're going to create a new layer. This is going to be... LY... floor ref. And we're going to lock it. So that way I can't click on it. So it's there. And I can see how things are interacting. But it's not going to stop me from doing what I'm trying to do. Cool. It's important because I need to see where the floor is. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this never touched the ground. So that's 3, 49, 22. 3, 49, 22. 3, 49, 22. Okay, so they're touching the ground here, which is great. Now I need to go out the halfway mark. So I think 6 is the answer. 6 plus 4 is 10. So I think this is the halfway mark, right? So this needs to be, I think, 0 on all of these. So it's barely touching. And then bouncing. What's going on, Kibbs? How are you? I am well. I'm just working on some animations, you know? I'm doing the old animation stuff. Okay, so foot taps here. We don't really care about anything else because we just want it to fly up, right? And then I want this to glide. Maybe we could say 6 plus 6 is 12, so that's 22. Maybe we cheat this and bring it up and forward a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. I am back. It's been very... Yeah. It's been a hard journey, but I'm back. And yes, I have been growing my hair out. I am now retired from the military. So, I'm here. Okay. Got it. Well, welcome back then. I think all of this needs to be 0. Yeah. Okay. So I think if we grab this and we move this over -3, boom, to +3, and then back to 3. I've made a demo of my game. Have Steam page, participate in GC25, and won best gameplay for the time when you have not been around here. Holy crap! That's awesome. Well, look at you. GCC, that's the global, can't remember what it's called, but yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. GameCon Canada. Okay. I thought it was the global one. There's another one, GGC maybe? It's global, can't remember. Anyways, that's cool. Outstanding. Maybe... What if I do this? Okay. Let's do 5. And then let's grab this and set this to Y 0 and then rotation 0. So, nope, that's not good. That's funny. The 4-year-old beat your game super fast. That's cool. Okay, well, I don't like that. I guess I don't technically like that either. What if I put this up here more? Is that a thing? Okay, so we're gonna do 25, -38, and 86. Yeah, 86. Are you going to full-time streaming or going to search for a job? I already have a job. So I stream. I wish I did full-time streaming. No, I already have a job. I'm just streaming in my free time after my job. So I'm doing 2 jobs. Holla! What's my job? I do cybersecurity. Same thing I did for the Navy, but I do it for a financial firm. 25, 38, 86. Okay, so come back here. 25, -38. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'd rather be doing game dev, but I'm not gonna complain. Okay, so I think if we really want to make this kind of like shine, right? Because we have this going here. We need to understand what that looks like. And I think to do that, I need to move this forward and really get a good stretch. We have thought about it. With this new rig being set up the way it is, I could. I did buy the Rokoku animation set. So I thought about, doing the animations and retargeting him over and everything else. There's some technical drawbacks to that right now. But yeah, that is definitely, it's not on the table. It's definitely on the table. Okay, so as he goes forth and hits this, you talking about what's in like Cascador or Cascador or Cascador? I don't know how to say that. So he's gonna reach here. The only difference is this should be 3, so he's here. So 3, 7, 16, 19. This is -7, 16, 19. So I basically just need -7, 16, 19. Okay. He's basically using this and landing on his foot here. So we want this to go down. I think -10, 15. Do -12. Yeah, I like that. So we grab here. -12. Okay. So I like that. That's a -12. So we get that run. I'm hopping from one to the other. I think that the hips should rotate slightly. Not much. But I think a slight rotation is in order. So what are we saying? 19, -5, -2. $19.5.2. And then we just grab the same from over here and we put that there. Cool. Now we do have some blending that we want to get rid of on the rotations. Maybe. Maybe not. Guess not. All right. I'm fine with that. Is there any here that we can get rid of? We can get rid of that, I guess. Ugh. I don't know about that rotation one. Transition Z we can get rid of. We need rotation X. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that makes the transition kind of smooth. Here we go. So I know I've done this a lot, but my problem is, because I'm trying to make it look like he's really reaching, right? And then he's grabbing and then pushing. But the problem that we run into when we do this type of animation is it doesn't give any realisticness to his ability to recoil. And that's really, like, I know it looks kind of cool in theory, but in reality, like, there's no ability for him to recoil his foot like that. So we can't really do that. So do 20, negative 31. So 20, negative 31. And this will be 20, negative 31. Okay. Okay. Now let's use this. Why is there a rotation of 8? Oh, that's down. Okay. Got it. I only want to rotate into X. And we're gonna say negative 12. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so basically he's reaching. And I need to center line this back out. But I don't want to do that just yet. Where's the head? I can't edit the player, can I? Nope. I have it locked out. Okay, well, we're gonna have to fix the arms. Let's see what it looks like in play. So, I mean, it's good. I think I'm probably gonna have to speed it up. This might be a jog, like. Yeah, I think it's probably a jog. Probably. Okay. So these values 39, 38, 60, 41, 85, 121. We need to basically simulate those values here. That's 39. Negative 38. It's going to be 38. Negative 60. 41. 65, 121. 41. Okay. So that's essentially the same location that everything was in the other one. Now the only difference is we need to match this there, right? So 14, 15. Okay. So this is what the other arm looks like there. Let's make sure it makes sense. Yep. Yep. Okay. Now we just need to get this value. That 3821, or no, 3829 negative 3. I think it's 38, 21, 29, negative 3. That's 38 and 80. Okay, so now we should have a similar swing cycle. The arms are so bad. It's gonna need a in-betweener. Yeah, those are so bad. Okay, so we have to fix this a little bit. So this one's coming from there. I'm okay with that. I technically think that this should probably be forward more. I mean, we're kind of getting there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Dang you, time. There we go. Okay, so we're saying that this is going to drop down and then come up. And we said that's 42, 44, 73. $33. Oh, shit, I have to change it. $33.59 negative 41. $33.59 negative. 33.59 negative 41. 33. So 32.59 42. No. Yeah, that's too far. Damn. So this brings that back, and that brings that forward. I mean, it's good. The other arm is hitting the stomach, so we have to fix that. But other than that, it's good. Okay. So we know how much this is. This is 21, 13, 111. No, wait, what? Okay, so let's do the numbers. 33, 59, 41. Okay, well, never mind. Those are right. Okay, okay. And then we come back here, and that 21, 13, 100. 21, negative 13, 100. Oh. Okay, let's do negative 100. There we go. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so now I gotta fix the other one. And once I fix the other one, then we'll be good. Okay, so this is 36, 57, 28. Okay, cool. And then we need to do the rotation, which is 1, 2, 78. Okay. There you go. Now we're cooking. Now, my only complaint is there's no explosion. See here? Like, this should explode. So I kind of want to bring this more forward. So let's do 4 -8 by 20. 4 -4 -8 20. Yeah. I mean, it's not like quote unquote explodey, but it feels more like he's pushing off. And I still don't like how that foot is. I think here we should honestly be rotated down to 0. Rotation 0 and translation 0. Yeah, okay. That's 1, 2, 3 frames off of the center. So 1, 2, 3. This should be 0 with a rotation of 0. There we go. Okay. Now, what if during this part, because this is where the crouching is, what if I just like bring that up? Maybe it's this that we brought up. No. Maybe -5. I mean, it's not bad. We need to center line the head out, so that way it's not being so silly. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just center the head out, I guess. So to do that, we need to rotate it this way. Cool. And then rotate it this way. Cool. And we've already have this one, so we just copy pasta it back. Okay. Let's grab everything. And let's auto smooth. And then if I can get rid of the curve, I'm going to get rid of the curve. We'll see. Not everything will work that way. We'll see. Oh, okay. So there's nothing I can do on that one. What about on this one? I could get rid of that. Technically, if I wanted to, I could get rid of that too. I can get rid of that. Get rid of both of those. Get rid of that. Okay, cool. Got rid of a bunch of crap. Oh. Oh. So one of these values is not like the other one because I should be able to get rid of some and they're not making sense, which means something didn't copy over that should have copied over. Oh. Okay, well that's good, I guess. There's clipping that's happening here. It's gradual, so I guess I can fix it later. I'm not like super worried about it. Let's just see if there's any. I don't think there is because again it's one. The hips I might be able to get rid of some shit. But maybe not. No. All right. So hip there, no. Is there anything else? Maybe this? No. What about the elbow? Nope. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. So there is something that's happening. I can see it. I don't know where my values are. They're messed up. So this is correct. And then I have my down. Oh, that's right. I made this go further down. Yeah, I made this go further down on this one. So on the other one, this one needs to go further down. So this should be 33, 59, 43. 33, 59, 43. Okay, and then 21, 13, 100. 21, negative 13, negative 100. Okay. What is this at? 7.5? Did it say it 7.5? No, it went 15. So it went 0, 15, 0. So here I need to go 15, 0, back to 15. Yep. Okay, that's what we were missing. That's what we were missing. Because that's the down and that's an up. So this is on this side. I think we already have this correctly. Yeah, so it's negative 36, so 36, 57, 38. That's 36, 57, 38. $36, 57, 38. 36. And the rotation is 113, 100. So -2, -13, -90. Okay, let's do that. So -2, -1390. 2, 1390. 13. Okay, cool. So it should prevent some clipping. Not all, but it prevents most of it. Cool. Nice. Good, 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 good. Okay. See what it looks like from the top. What if this was up? This is a crazy thought. I'm just trying. It's too far up. But I do like the idea of it being up. That adds like step to it. Because he's like stomping. He's like, I'm stomping. Maybe it's just got to be slightly down and then slightly up like that. Because then it's boom. Maybe that's why I really want like a cross. You know what I mean? Like it should be here. And maybe something like that where it's ooh, yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Because it makes it like feel like it's coming back. Boom. Okay, let's just watch that front leg. Yep. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that number is 10, 18, 3. And then what's this? This is 92. Okay. I mean, I think it should be fine. Maybe. I think there's a couple more tweaks that I'm going to need to do. But I think it is fine. And it didn't really fix much, which is good. Okay, so let's save that. And then we're going to get this over. So let's get this over. Okay, so then now I can do prepare for export. Close this. I can grab this. Go to my panel, do this. Root 1. Export selection, animations, player. This is going to be animation run. And then that's going to be 204 to 228. 0 frames skipped. Why do I have to select a skeleton? It should have already had one. Yeah, this is gonna mess everything up again. Why? That's the blend space. Why is the animation like this? This is the same problem I had last time. Re-imported the asset, so it re-imported it. Why is it jacked up? This is, yeah, so this is the same problem I had with the other one. Like, unarmed walk was fine. But walk forward was the same as that one. And the part that's confusing is it's bringing up an error. No goon corn. I don't know what that is. Angry penis, sorry. I don't speak new age kid speak. You'll have to educate me as long as it doesn't get me banned. Has a sample with no invalid animation. Recommended to remove a sample point or set a new animation. That doesn't make sense. That's for a blend space. What the heck does that have to do with the price of tea in China? 1D, BS 1D. Where's that at? BS. Yeah, I didn't have that. How is that related? Maybe it's for a different skeleton and that's why. Okay. That, I mean, if I had to guess, that's what the problem is. So let's do this. We're going to delete this. And I'm going to delete related because that has nothing to do with it. Okay. Okay, so that's deleted. We need to check out that. And then I'm going to... they changed in 5.6, they changed how you submit files. It's actually really annoying. Okay, so we deleted the animation. It's gone. I'm going to close the editor. I'm going to then export the animation to this and then do run. Zero. And then export the selection. This pipeline is less than fun. I don't want that. Let's see if Prismatiscape updates hopefully this week. That's the only plugin that we don't have on the new stuff. And then once we've got that done, we'll have the run cycle finished. Unless I want to do jogging. Not sure if I want to do jogging, but I mean, we'll see. I could. Hold on, I'll go back there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's wanting to do the new animation. I'm going to do player. Body 01. Perfect. Animated time. Not bringing anything else in. Okay, hopefully that animation didn't have any problems. I'm going to hit yes. Okay, so here's that. Now let's go to animations and let's do run. Nice. Okay, so we have the run. Good. I just had to delete it. So now we'll hit save. There's a blend space for walk player 01. Okay. And I think that's the run that's currently in existence. So we're going to go run. I need to replace it with this one. So this is the walk. And this is him jogging. And then this is him running. Okay, So we hit save. I might change the... Okay, 1 second. Let me see if this works. Okay, I'm back. Let me see. Turn that off. That should bring me back to where I was. So let's see how this looks in game. I mean, the animation is slow for how fast he is, but the animation is good. Maybe check it real quick. Yeah, so his feet are touching. I think his face could probably aim down a little bit more. And maybe the arms come up a little bit more. That's the good news, is now all of the swords and everything are facing the right way. Yeah, he's got his shoulders all propped back whenever he's idling. I gotta fix that. But other than that, the run is good. So what I would say is we need to just modify the run animation. Maybe make it 2 times the rate. Oh, 2 times is way too fast. Let's do 1.5. Now let's see what that looks like. That's good. But I think the arms... Yeah, the feet look okay. I think the feet look okay. That's kind of what I would expect. I want the face to look down a little bit more. And then I think the arms, instead of being all the way at his side, need to be kind of like when you're running, you're just moving the elbows, you know, you're not really like going all the way back like that. So you're like just moving, keeping your hands there, and you're just moving. So we need to fix those. But past that, I think it's actually a really good setup. Yeah, I like it. And then we need to fix jump. And then basically the core movement ones are done, other than strafing. I mean, we need to do strafing. That needs to be done. So that way when I'm holding this, I can strafe and it looks okay. But yeah, that's a good. Okay, so let's bring this over and then we'll finish this up real quick. Because I do have to work tomorrow. So I need to finish some stuff up. Let's bring this back in. Okay. So we have asserted that this is probably too high. Let's do that. And then let's bring this back down. What did I say this was? So 45, 46, 86, 103. Nope, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna have to, it's just gonna have to be kind of not perfect, which is actually okay. Okay. What if I did this? Does this control anything? No, this is just how far the head is off of it. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay, got it. Okay, well, so now we need to fix our arms because we basically said we don't like them doing what they were doing. So we're going to delete the arms. I'm just going to do one side. So let's say we rotated it this way, right? Okay. And we'll bring that here. Good. And then this basically is going to be the same thing, but we're going to say that it moved backwards and kind of down. Maybe back a little bit, right? And then out here like this. Let's say that. What does that look like? No, that needs to be back further. And out. Not much, but just out. Yeah. Out. And where's that elbow at? Is that the elbow? It is the elbow. So we just pull that out. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Ew. Disgusting. But that's the way it is. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna have to like go down. Why is this at this is at 17 point, this is 18, and that needs to be 0, maybe. Seven. So 7 to 0, 7 to 0. That's good, other than it's not low enough. Yeah, see how nasty that is? Now, maybe if I put this, you know, at 0 here, maybe it'll be less disgusting. I don't know. I doubt it. No, the issue is right here. This needs to be like this. It needs to come here and then flow. Okay. I guess we can get rid of the tween between those two. Maybe. So that way it feels more natural as it goes back. So let's see what it looks like. He's basically pulling the arm. No, it like pops out. What if I'm gonna turn off auto key. So I'm just gonna key these. So that looks pretty good. So we're allowing the we still want this to be here. Maybe a little bit of that. No. Definitely that. Okay. Let's go to the graph editor. Translation should just tween. My rotation is the thing that's going to be jacked up. Yeah, so I think we can get rid of this one. And we can get rid of this one. And then let that one be the only thing. Oh, see, that's so ugly. Man. That's what sucks with IK. What if I put everything here? Here. So it returns fast. No. Yeah, I don't have a good answer for that. I'm not happy with how that looks. Because this is good. Like, this is what you would expect. And then it just gets wonky here because it's trying to stay good. If I key there, then I keyed. Let me turn on auto keying again. So here, and then it gets cattywampus because it doesn't know what it's doing. I need to get rid of the X and the... I need to get rid of the translation ones. Those we don't want. So we're basically kind of saying we are jacked up. No. It's too much. That was the whole reason why we didn't go down to begin with. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. And I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay, 44, 37, 75, right? If we go to the halfway mark, that's 6 plus 6. That's the halfway mark. I'm just going to bring it out. I'm going to rotate it. Maybe bring it down a little bit and back. Why is it doing the weird, like, rotate thing? Like, why are we rotating down right now? I think it's because these two... No. These two don't know what those two are doing. Yeah, that's what it is. So, because this comes from here and not from there, we're getting that problem. Huh, okay. So, what does that mean? That means that I need to give it another 5 frames on either side. Yeah, I got to give it another 5 frames on either side as a buffer because this isn't able to modify that one properly because of how it's coming in. So I could modify this out and make this look like that manually, but then I don't know if I modified that transition, maybe. It's still doing some weird shit because I have to do it for every single one of them, I think. I don't know. Man, dude, that's some messed up crap. Because it's going to be the same thing for all of these. All of these curves are going to be different because it's not coming in exactly where it should. It's good to know. That's good to know. Okay. I don't have time to fix this today then. Yeah, see, because it's just basically taking that. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to add a buffer frame to this, and then a buffer frame to the back end of whatever the primary pose is. So that way it's good. All right. Well, at least I know that's what I want to do. Because it is modifying how the animation goes into the next frame, and we don't want that, and that's actually bad. Yeah. So okay, let's say we added 5 on either side, so that means we need to add 10. So that'd be 238, I think, is the answer. Yeah, okay. And so then wait, I'm so confused. Why can't I paste? The fuck? Can I paste something else here? Okay, what? That makes no sense. I can't paste something else? Why? Oh my god. I don't know what's going on right now. This is the halfway point. This is a marker thingy. I don't know why that's not working, but I need the halfway point, so I guess I'll just copy this first. So this is where that should be. And that's where that'll be, I guess. Oh my god, it's not pasting. That's 2 from the 5. What the fuck? Oh my god, it's all jacked up. It's all jacked up. All the work I had done. Okay, so we do have some good. I think this, I don't know where that frame is. This frame is jacked up. F my dude. This and this should be the same, and they're not. Okay, I messed everything up. Like everything is so messed up. Okay. Now we have the feet back to normal. I need to figure out where the missing thing is that I'm basically causing problems here. Because there's something going on. I think if I just do this, right? We just cut this whole... Let me do this. I cut the whole thing. And I go forward 5. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Yeah. Dang. I didn't think about that before. Okay. Well, so that fixed the hand thing. We got to go to our bookmarks. This is run. That's going to be 209. And that's to 223. Wait. No, 233. Okay. And then we need to add another bookmark for the warm up. So run buff in. Let's do run, or we'll do buff in run, and that's 204 to 209. Yeah, and then we'll come back in, and then this will be buff out run, and that'll be 233 to 238. Okay, cool. So that shouldn't change. Now here's what I want to do. I want to copy this and I want to paste this as a connect. I'm going to paste this as a connect. And what that should do is as I change this, let's say I change this for some reason, all of those should have changed, but they didn't. I don't know what a connect does. I thought a paste connect meaning that as I changed it, it would automatically change, but it didn't. Okay, well, at least I've set this up. I'll play with this and see if I can get this going, but it does look like we have a run animation that I'm happy with, which is pretty good for the day. We'll get into it and play with it later. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I'll try to get my streaming on tomorrow. I doubt it'll be as early, but who knows. Okay, well, either way, thanks, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day.